doing a little housework. Yeah, that's about as little housework as you can do, can't you? I want to tell you more about it. All you got to do is stick around and watch. Hey, it's fall here in South Louisiana. Yeah, we're at a nippy 84 degrees today. That's fall, trust me. We broke records the first 7 days of October. And they didn't do it on the 8th because it was a holiday or something. But my wife went up into the attic to put some things away. And while she's up there, we got to think about bringing down some of the old pieces that I made. It's good to go back to last year sometimes and see just what you did, where it came from, and what your relatives didn't take when they left. Because that's what mine said. Don't put it too close to the door. Her mom was going to grab it on the way out. But she went in the attic and she found this nice little jar I turned. And it's a simple little lidded jar. You close up here and see if you can catch a picture of it. Picture of it. Simple little jar. It's got a, whoa, back up a little bit, of course. It's got a slip fit lid on it. No date on it, but I did put the rings that it's mine. And it has got a fair finish on it. Don't know what the finish is. But it's holding up pretty good. Now, considering this has been stored in my attic for maybe 20 years, I wouldn't have been there for 20 minutes. But it was up there in a box, unprotected, unwrapped, and everything else, and it still didn't move. It didn't change. It didn't shrink. It didn't grow. It didn't shatter and crack and all. Why? The wood was at the right condition when I cut it. I got to talk about that for a minute. At the right condition when I cut it, which means I roughed it in. I roughed in the top and the bottom. Then I put them together and I put a piece of tape on it, just like this. And after I hollowed out the center, and I let it sit for a while. What's a while? This was 30 years old from mill. I let it sit for about 2 weeks. I don't think I have any more patience than that. And then I cut it again. Why? I let it move a little bit. I let it grow, shrink, let some water out. Let it change its compression and shrinkage. I went through a real change. And that's what I came out here to play around with. I took some Renaissance wax because I really like Renaissance wax. Smeared a little quick coat on, and I like it, but I can see a few scratches and marks in it. I can now go to my Beal buffing rig. My boss says I have to explain that when I talk about it. Some 20 years ago, I went to a woodworking shop, thing at the mall or whatever, and there was a lady selling this Beal buffing thing. It was going to cure all my ills and all my wood because it polishes them out, makes them great. I'm going to leave that alone. I bought one. Got 3 wheels. I got one called for wax, I got one called for white, one called for red. Then I went to the hardware store and bought me another one. Then I don't put fabric material on or product on. It's a plain buffer. I'll go from coarse wood that needs to get some scratches out if I leave scratches, and I'll do it with red rouge. You don't do white wood with red rouge, that's a silly thing. Then I'll step over to the white diamond, take it off of that. Then I'll go over and buff it a little bit, then put it on a wax one and add the little coat of wax at the end coming off the wheel. I don't slather it up. I mean, my first bottle of Renaissance lasted me 15 years, I think. And it's still got some in the jar. It's out here. Because all it takes is a finger twist of it. If you got to lay it on heavy. I was in the military. I know what laying on heavy for floor wax with Vicks Simonized wax is. No, you putting on a thin film. So I take it, the last pass I'd make is on the one that's got the wax on it, or I've been waxing on, and I'll buff it with that. Marvelous. Great. I got a little scratch in the lid I can get out of here. I know that'll go away. That's just in the finish. Not in the wood, only in the finish. And I can buff the finish out to do that. And that's what I'm planning on doing, buffing this out. I don't have a date on it, but I'm guessing it's about 20 years old. It was in the same box as this piece. And she brought this down also. And I'm not just looking like I do. I'm showing you where we can grow. It's a segmented piece. Kind of simple. 16 rings, 16 rings, 16 rings, 1 ring, 6 rings. Okay? Now, I put this together. I used a clamp, and that's when I was first cutting them out. But to go between them, I put a layer of, do you see the little black line? Right there, right there? That is a piece of that 1/16 inch. It's like a veneer, and you get it at Craft Supplies or Woodcraft or one of those places. It comes in a kit, and they got different colors. The black looked pretty good with the spots and speckly and little wormholes and all I had in it, so I put that on there. I put the 1/4 inch bottom on it because I thought it was going to be my bottom. I remember this, but I couldn't hold the bottom and turn it that way, so I added the 6 leg to the bottom. Now this didn't come out too bad. I want to hammer on it one more time. You see that cut, those cuts? Look closely now. They're all coming across the center. Yeah, they're pretty good. No way, they're not good. Nope, I got some gaps in there. They're about as thick as a dog's hair. That's before I learned how to cut and learned the trick of getting them together. Because no matter what you do, you cannot compress wood or stretch wood to make those parts fit. They have to be cut right. They have to be cut right. And there's no science to it. There's some common sense to it. I mean, that's 6 spots. So they have to be 60 degrees. So this point to this point is 60 degrees. 6 sixes is 3 sixes. 36. 36, 360 degrees. You got all that math? You didn't pay attention in geometry class, did you? All right. But if this is a true 60, this will be a true 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. If this is 59 and a half, and this one's 59 and a half, yada, 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 I'm going to have some space in there. Same thing if they're 60 and a quarter. So it's that angle that's critical. And it's not hard to set up a sled. On Worldwide Wood Turning, I'm going to do that real soon. See, show you the sled and show you a guy that's a master at the sled. They cut out thousands of pieces a month for all kinds of people. They get 10, 20 guys get together and they talk wood turning, share ideas. Worldwide Wood Turning will do that too. But when I got this down, I was bearing on the outside edges and it held. And I was going on top of a 1/4 inch piece, which was flat. So kind of cheated because it didn't explode. It's been in the attic for, this says 01 of 00. 00. And that was before I went to a class where they taught you how to write your name on the bottom of the bowls and engrave them and all that. I'm really not into it. If I put my little sign on it, that's all I need to do. I'm not running for president, so it won't matter. But this is a simple little piece. All segments, easy to do. I'll take this now to the Beal buffer. I will red rouge it, knock down some, I got a little fuzz I feel on it, little irregularities, not much, 20 years in the attic. And then I'll buff it with white, and then I'll run it through the plain one and take all the product off, and then buff it on on the wax. Shines like a diamond, and it's durable, and that's a finish that I can put things in. This is going to the wife's or management's shop where she wants to fool around with some stuff. So what I came out to say is, you don't have any junk. You don't have any trash. I didn't know these were even there, but now I got them. Clean them up and use them. Hopefully not give them away right away, but use them. I'm Captain Eddie Castellan. You get a minute? Get out in the shop and start making shavings. That's what it's about.